Today I'm reviewing the ASG CZ Scorpion Evo 3 A1 with the ATEK Ergonomic kit. I'm going over this thing. You know, is this a good one to get? Does it perform well? Is it overall just a solid product? I've used this thing a couple games and I've had no issues with it. It functions really well. And the kit is nice because you can put your thumbnail and just easily quickly load. Smack the next one in. And just easily just hit that button and grab it out. You basically just put your hand around your magazine and it comes out, instead of having a button here. This thing comes in gray, black, and tan. Mine's kind of got a custom coloring. The front will come with a slanted rail like this that will have a extra slant here, and the top will have a slant there as well. That's so you can get a nice grip by wrapping your thumb and front fingers around. I can't really do it with this thing. But you have that on, you can wrap your hand around that and get a good grip that way. The grip's nice. I just have mine swapped out. I have an extra rail on the side as well. It'll just be like that. But you can put a extra rail on the side if you want as well, like I have there. The flash handle, unlike most guns, this one's easy to take off. This one's a metal one. Yours will be a plastic orange tip, but it will just thread off. You're not going to need to just use a heat gun or anything like that. It should just come off because this is your battery compartment right here. So unlike other guns where it's a hassle to take the front off, this one's actually easy because they put the battery compartment in the front instead of in the back. On this you would have safety, semi, 3-round burst, and full auto. So you have 4 options though, instead of the standard 3 options. Most would not have a 3-round burst. The Evo, however, does, which is really nice. So you get the extra little add-on there. On most replicas, you have to have a little system in there where you can program your trigger. On this thing, you don't need to do that. It just comes with it for you. The sights will not be on this in the box. They will just be in a little bag. You're going to have to go and put those on yourself. The stock on this thing does fold in just with the press of a button, and then right at the back is going to be your quick change, so you can easily swap that spring out. It's going to run a little on the higher side. I'll go ahead and give you that kernel test. This is the FPS with 0.25s, 341, also 341, 342, FPS test with 0.28s. 330, 326, 327, 325, 328, 326, 327, 323, 325. I use 2.8s in this because 2.8s just fly out really well, so I'd use those. If you use 2.5s, they're going to fly out straight and then go off different directions. The grouping's a lot big on 2.5s. 2.8s fly out really straight. 3.2s, it might be the same. I haven't tried 3.2s, so I have no idea on that. I would think it could use it. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to. So you can try those, but 2.8s work really well for me. So this thing's running a little high for close engagements, but for outdoors, it's running perfect. If you want to lessen it for close fields, just swap that spring out. It'll just take a hex key. You just turn that, pull it out just like a screw, swap the spring, and then put it back on. It's really easy. One issue I do have with so this selector switch is on both sides, like that. I'm right-handed. I'm not left-handed. If you're left-handed, it'll be nice. But the problem with this is I'll normally have it in semi. That's what I usually use. And if I go and rest my hand above the trigger, I'm gonna hit this thing and knock it into safety. So on this, you have to put your finger right here on the trigger wheel, because otherwise you're gonna hit this button, which is kind of annoying because I go to pull the trigger and it won't do anything. So that is kind of the drawback of it being a left-handed and a right-handed. Foil mags are gonna be 75 rounds. They won't take the high caps because of this mag rail, and I don't think you can use the drum mags either. There should be one with the kit and one without the kit. If you want drum mags, probably should just get the one without the kit. You might be able to remove this kit. I have no idea. I haven't tried. But to get around the 75 round mags, if you want more ammo, just buy a clamp and just clamp the two on like that. Makes it really easy to quick reload them. Especially with this paddle. It makes it really easy and quick to just pull them out and put in the next one. When you run out of ammo, you're going to want to pull this back, because this isn't going to dry fire. It's going to stop firing completely like the real steel, and then you're going to hit this button to lock on the next one. So every time you run out of ammo, you're going to want to do that. It's built mostly for milsims, I'd say, because they built it like the real Volsum. Feels like the actual Evo. I've shot the Airsoft one, and I've shot the real steel. You can't really tell them apart by just holding them. You can't really tell the difference unless you open that, then you can tell. But just by holding them, they feel like the real. They really feel the same. They've done a good job of getting this as close to the actual Evo as you possibly can, which is really nice. It shoots great out of the box. You don't have to do anything with it. Mine's completely stock. I haven't changed anything. The stock is adjustable. You just push this right here and you can adjust your stock. I always keep it all the way in. I want my Evo to be very compact in close quarters, because that's what I feel like the Evo's really built for. To get your battery in, you're gonna unscrew this front here, which is nice, because then the orange tip on this thing is actually gonna be really easy for you to take off, because you're supposed to unscrew it off. So unlike most guns, you don't have to sit there with a heat gun or drill it off or saw it off. It's just gonna come right off. This nut comes off just like this. So you're gonna have your flash handle, and then you're gonna have this nut right behind it. When you take the front off, there is a little sling point right here that you're probably gonna end up losing. I lost mine already. You can buy more of those. They'll on Evike. I can link that down below. I'll link this gun too. I'll link everything with this gun. This will come with it. So I'll link the magazines and the clips. I'll link everything for this gun down below. This, you're going to want to hold on to this. This thing's going to shoot off and go somewhere. So hold on to that. And you just pull it forward. That's how you take it off and get to your battery. It has a spring right there. That's why it's going to shoot forward and fly off and go who knows where. So hold on to that with your thumb. And this thing comes in Deans already off the bat, which is really nice. I use 11 volt matrix in mine. This just slides right in above the bill, just like that. And they're both Deans. So there's not a lot of battery space, but if you buy a long stick, it'll fit in there just fine. Anything bigger though, you're gonna have a hard time fitting in there. And then to get your front back on, you're just gonna slide it right back on over the top, and then lock it in, and then screw on your nut, and then screw on your flash handle. I'll link this one down below. If you get this one, you'll be just fine. One thing unique about this, if you drop it in water, the electronics will sense it and they will just turn off. It has like a special protective in there. It was built, like I said, mostly for milsims, so it'll just turn itself off, and then it won't fire. Don't worry, it's not broken. It just turned itself off. I don't know how long it will be till it works again, probably till it dries. So if that does happen, it's got a little unique feature to keep it from just firing itself. So would I recommend this one? Yeah, I absolutely would. I love this thing. I have really no issues with this. The mag size could be a little bit bigger, but it's built like the real Volsum. It's really built like a 1-to-1 replica. I've held the real one, I've held this one. I can't really tell the difference just by holding it. They're really similar. So if you're looking for one of these, this is definitely a solid one to get. If you're looking for a good milsim gun, This is also a really good option because everybody's using Crytacs. Typically, people go for a Crytac. If you want something different, this is a really good one to go for. Plus, it's really compact by folding the stock in. So you could actually carry this with a sniper rifle or another gun. Because, I mean, look how small that is. You could even shove this in a backpack if you wanted to. So if you're using a sniper rifle, you could have a sniper rifle as your main gun, put this in your backpack, and then swap over to this. Or in my case, I use a M249, and then I'll have this as my backup. That's what I do. But if you're a sniper, this is a really solid one as well. So you could snipe, choose to move in close, take this out of your backpack, sling a sniper rifle over the shoulder, and use this. So this one's a really good one to have. I like the trigger response. It's really snappy. Also, I don't have a battery in, but this thing's really snappy. This thing is overall really solid. Great for Milsims, great for CQB. So I definitely look into maybe picking one of these up. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
The mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be.